Thanks for watching Hot Flashes and Cool Topics podcast. Be sure to subscribe and ring that bell to catch all of our conversations. Now, on to the show.
You kind of had this tipping point where you're like, no, I'm just going to embrace who I am in an authentic way.
Yep.
Can you tell that story?
It was a picture of myself that I saw that really did it. And I was doing everything I could to intervene, to stop aging, which, as we all know, is fruitless and useless because you're going to age no matter what happens. And also living where I was living at the time, for me, Los Angeles is a lot of pressure. Because there's so much emphasis on youth and staying young and staying, and that those are the things that make you vital and vibrant and useful. And so I did all of the things. I had fillers and Botox. I had implants. I went for the whole 9 yards, and I saw a picture of myself on a red carpet. And hand to God, and if you Google this, God bless Google, you'll see it. I look like Carrot Top, the comic. That's not a good look, even for him, but especially for me. Really not good. And I was looking at that and thinking, what am I doing? And also the time that it took to maintain that. And coincidentally, at that same time that I was sort of reevaluating and reassessing, I met my husband, who, when I said, I'm thinking I might want to get the implants removed permanently, he would do it. I said, and I'm thinking I don't want to do filler, do it. And I'm thinking I might not want to color my hair anymore. Oh my God, I can't wait to see what color that's going to be. So that, God bless him, helped, but I was determined that this is who I was going to be and what I was going to do.
And somebody said, it's interesting, one of our guests said, it's bittersweet because life was all possibility then. And this is a great thing after you mentioned empty nest. And I thought, and I had to interrupt and say, you know what? I feel like now my life is so full of possibility. I don't have that sense. Now, I think that God gives us this time in between having little kids and the kids leaving when they get really independent. My kid is 16. He's learning to drive. Like, he's really independent. So I remember when he was 10 or 11 and he started closing his playroom door, right? And we went from mommy, play Legos with me to closing the door. And I thought, wow, I have to get busy because I don't want to be sitting outside the door and have him say to his friends, we have to let my mom play with us. She has nothing else to do.
Guys, I was 40 years old when I got the office. I was still waiting tables. I was working, but I felt like I still had to supplement my income. And, a lot of people give up at 40. And I'm here to tell you, I am a late bloomer in the sense that, like, even though I've been at this since I was young, I've never, things haven't come fast all the time. And I feel like, for me, slow and steady wins the race. Slow but sure, as my dad would say. It's just like, I think there's something to be said for having a lot of experience, still having an open heart, going after your dreams, but not being bitter when they don't happen quickly.
I mean, I've been an actress for 40 years. I've been a mom for close to 40 years. And I just wanted like this third act to be something brand new. And I had never given myself the time to do, this is my art studio where I'm sitting at the moment. And I've always been a mixed media collage artist. But no one's ever like seen my work. It's just been something that I do, I don't know, like as a second moment of creativity in my life when I'm not acting. And I just had my first show.
How did that go?
Which was really like, I was petrified.
So, even though you will be flying everywhere all the time, you will actually be an empty nester finally. How do you feel about that?
I'm planning for it. Well, first of all, I've tried to kind of get used to the idea that maybe I should slow down a little bit. Somehow it just hasn't set in with me yet. I like working. You know, my job is a really great job. I got, you know, I've signed, I think, for 4 speeches in the next 60 days, and I'm really looking forward to them.
I think there's a real wisdom, you guys, in this age that we're in. I think this is where all the wisdom is, frankly. It's female, it's intuitive, it's confident, and we, you know, it's from this perspective that you can even see that's a social norm. This is what feels real. This is what feels right. I don't know why we'd go after social norms. Where was that born even?
Right.
Right.
Who created that? Who created that?
For a lot of women in our demographic, they're going back to finding things that they were passionate about. That's something that, like you said, sparked them. You had such a, you know, and you still wonderful career in acting. Did you pick this up later in life and say, this is something it's kind of streamlined through my life, but now I want to really focus, because your PhD is in mythology.
It is.
So was it something you
So
picked up?
for me, it was always with me, and I'd be curious to hear from the other women you've interviewed, or even from both of you, that a lot of these inklings are like breadcrumbs in the woods. They're always with us, and then we get to a certain point where either we want to fan them or bring them up out in another way. For me, I wrote music. I was cast as Supergirl, then as in The Legend of Billie Jean, and then in Secret of My Success and Ruthless People, these very big roles in Hollywood where my career kind of took over for a while, but always during that time I was writing music. So over the next 30 years, 40 years, I was composing music. I had made 6 albums. I think I shared with you 3 of them were recorded, or maybe it was just 2. 2 of them were recorded in Nashville, Tennessee at County Q Studios. And 2 of the albums, one is based on The Ugly Duckling. The other one is literally called The Myths of Ancient Greece. And they take myths, the Ugly Duckling folktale, and then Myths of Ancient Greece, and I put those stories to music. So really, that can tell you how powerful something can happen to you in your teenage years, that even though it morphs into something different as you get older, if it really spoke to you in those younger years.
The book is written kind of from your journals. And why did you feel like now was the right time to write this book?
Well, originally I thought it was Gail's story to tell. And for those of you who don't know, I was introduced to my parents as Frank and Gail. I did not have a mother and a father. I had a Frank and a Gail. And Gail was the quote adult opposite my father, and having the experiences in real time, getting all the references, the satire, the context of the times, and she was devoted to him and really loved the music. For me, he was my embarrassing father. The reason why I decided to write the book now is because in 2015, when Gail died, she threw a curveball that just leveled me. And the book, I wrote it really to save my own life and just go back over everything I knew about the word family, everything I knew about trust, everything I knew about safety, everything I knew about loyalty. I had to rethink all of it. And so it was just it just burned the house down.
So what are you looking forward to in your sexy 60s?
I'm looking forward to having conversations like this. I'm looking forward to bringing awareness, and just sitting around with a group of people and talking about their experiences very like openly. And also I just want to inspire people, especially older women, to have new experiences, to do something that scares them. Because I truly believe that when you do that, it changes the mapping of your brain. It changes your outlook. It makes you look forward to the next thing. You have not just one more chapter, several chapters left. I mean, even at 60, I feel like I have several chapters left. And I want to be on this journey with other women who are like me. I choose to work with women who are older. I choose to work with because I want to be the beneficiary of their wisdom.
who you are is enough. Maybe because from a very young age, I've been trying to please and trying to be somebody else or play a part and be the perfect, you know, little dancer or the perfect little daughter or whatever. I don't feel that pressure anymore, but it's taken a long time not to feel that way.